Welcome back. St. Lucia is well on its way to incorporating its native Creole language into its education system. This as the country seeks to develop its national language policy. As part of the observance of International Mother Language Day on the 21st of February, a sensitization program on the national language policy is ongoing. Nisha Charles reports.
UNESCO observes International Mother Language Day on February 21st. The day pays particular attention to the importance of indigenous languages. The theme for this year's observance is fostering multilingualism for inclusion in education and society. To coincide with this year's observance, the Curriculum and Materials Development Unit of the Department of Education, CAMDU, has been working on a national language policy for St. Lucia. The Curriculum Officer for English Language says that together with UNESCO, the department is currently developing an implementation plan.
This policy has four main goals as it relates to our native language, Creole. First, that Creole is an official language, that it is a language of instruction, and that all of our students will be bilingual by the end of primary school, so they'll be able to speak the language fluently, and that they will be biliterate by the end of secondary school, that they will be able to read and write in the Creole language as well as the English language.
CAMDU has been engaging stakeholders, including education officers, principals, vice principals, teachers, students, and parents, in consultation on the policy. Cagling says that the sensitization program is important, as participants will soon engage in the development of the implementation plan itself.
Following the sensitization sessions, which really and truly will go on for the length of the project, we are looking at inviting other countries who have implemented a policy to get some best practices from them so that we can design our own implementation plan. We're hoping to do that between March and April. And between April, May, June possibly, actually have sessions where all of our stakeholders who we have invited to those sensitization sessions will come together and actually write out that policy, indicating what they believe should be done at what points in time so that this policy can be implemented. We're hoping, our aim is that by July, we will have our completed policy and plan, which we can present to our Minister for Education to then present to Cabinet to have it ratified.
As part of this program, St. Lucians are invited to download and read the draft National Language Policy. There are questions to guide your understanding and to solicit feedback. To access this document, you can go to www.camdu.edu.lc, then to the Curriculum Guides, then Language Arts, and then the St. Lucia National Language Policy. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
St. Lucian-born artist Savion is celebrating not just the release of his music video, but it being featured on international television stations, MTV and BET. In an interview with Hot 7 TV, he recounted the steps which took him to such heights and spoke of what is to come.
A major musical collaboration afforded up-and-coming St. Lucia singer, songwriter, and producer Savion Mosheri the opportunity to have his latest music video, Perfect Body, aired on two major international television networks, MTV and BET. Mosheri explained that it all started with one Instagram post of his song.
A Jamaican producer got wind of it, and he contacted me via DM, and he was like, "Yo, is this a recent release?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And he's like, he likes the sound, it sounds fresh, and can I send him more of my stuff? And I sent it to him, and he said he likes the sound, and he would like working on an EP with me. And at the time, I was like, well, I had nothing to lose, so we kept in contact, and he told me, well, if we had to do this EP, that I would have to come down to Jamaica, and I felt like I just had to take the leap of faith, and he explained to me how we were going to execute it and all of that. It seemed far-fetched, but I still went down. I got on the flight, I went down to the studio in Jamaica, and we recorded the EP, and we have the first release now.
He says his experience showed him that the creative industry in St. Lucia has a long way to go. He has vowed to use his newfound knowledge and connections to assist young and upcoming artists like himself.
Just after I came back to St. Lucia, I hosted a workshop I brought down the same producer and the guys who featured on the song with me. We held a workshop, a symposium in collaboration with the government. We brought in a lot of upcoming artists and we explained to them how the new modern side of the industry works. So we gave them a lot of insight. And most of the stuff that they taught me, I just wanted to pass it down to the upcoming artists. So we started that and we're looking to continue it with the government. But I mean, since the whole COVID-19 came, you know, we had to dial back on it. But we're still in the works of creating more workshops and me bringing more record label execs, you know, people in the industry, prominent people in the industry to come teach us, you know, because I feel like we lack the knowledge. Because like when I went down there, what I knew as opposed to what they taught me was a vast difference. So I think it's very important that we educate the upcoming artists.
Mosheri explained that he hopes by his music now being recognized on an international scale, other upcoming artists know to never give up on their dreams.
I always serve to be an inspiration, so that itself is the accomplishment for me, to inspire the youth, inspire the upcoming artists coming, you know, letting them know that these opportunities are in reach. So yeah, that felt great.
The music video, which will continue being aired on BET for more airplay, features Jamaican artists Serrani, Nikki B and Craig. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzalez.
And to round off this segment, we present this special poem by Archbishop Robert Rivas in observance of St. Lucia's 42nd anniversary of independence.
Independence Day. In front of me, I saw a line of trees. They were not tall, but looked like umbrellas that offer shade on a beach of hot sand. They lined the seafront. As I looked from my vantage point, the familiar sight suddenly took on a special charm and beauty. I looked across the field like a child with curiosity at the canopy before me. I saw the bright blue sea and a pale blue sky with little clouds and no wind to blow them. There were people and voices all around me, but yet my soul was silent and still. I saw the trees as I never saw them before, each in its own space and elegance, standing firm and upright with its unique beauty. And I was touched and moved. I was grateful. It was Independence Day in St. Lucia, the 41st anniversary of a young country growing strong, putting down roots like the trees, and celebrating its uniqueness and progress. Helen, fair Helen, dressed in national colors, displaying her capacity for order, discipline, and grandeur. Independence Day is an opportunity to remember who we are, where we have come from, who are our icons, heroes, and champions. It's a time to be grateful for our blessings, our successes and aspirations, with a desire and determination to forge ahead together. It's a time for national pride, self-expression, and creativity. On Independence Day, a nation honors its citizens who are nation builders, showcases its achievements and its worth. In parade, the arts, the inspiration and direction of its leader, with ambassadors and foreign diplomats participating in events and building alliances each year on Independence Day. We toast to our nation's progress and development. The Governor General inspects the forces and uniformed groups lined up for the parade. They stand straight like the trees in the sun, shoes shining, belts polished, and their uniforms creaseless. They wait for the signal, for the music, for the happy mace bearer to lead them on with the movements of his freestyle and the dance of a jig. How time passes. The trees grow in different shapes. The waves roll in and out, foam and stir the sand, and nature's beauty transcends time. People too change. Some, like the trees, put down roots, while others come and go, remaining travelers and pilgrims of a land that's home and free. Beyond the trees, I saw the sea and a few white sails, maybe on display for Independence Day. The sight of the sea makes me happy. My thoughts are as deep as the ocean and as colorful as the sea. I sat there in wonder, allowing myself to let go like the sea. The sea is free to roll, swell, rage, be still and calm, to ebb and flow, and be transparent on the sand. I looked beyond the trees and waters, beyond the parade with its jocose and dancing mace bearer. I wanted to see beyond the horizon. What more was there to see? What remained hidden to be explored? A future, a hope, a destiny. My sentiments were like the sea before me. On Independence Day, I caught a glimpse of a great horizon looming ahead of me. A promise of a young nation moving on from a safe harbor, unafraid of tempestuous seas. A nation needs a father or a mother to lead, who can heal wounds, build bridges, put bread on the family table, open eyes, and give hope. A nation is not born of mere words, but of vision, spirituality, sweat, and toil, where all belong and all can share. That little glimpse was sufficient to keep my eyes open, to wonder where we are going. With confidence, I sought the wisdom to discern and understand. What is the great plan for St. Lucia? As I ponder, wait, trust, hope, listen, long to see, know, and divine, the thought came to me that I must wait. For the time has not come yet.
A beautiful tribute there to St. Lucia by Archbishop Robert Rivers. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. When we return, the weather report.